Welcome to another episode where we dive deep into the latest in recruitment strategies, AI innovations, and HR solutions. If you're looking to elevate your hiring game and stay ahead in the ever-evolving world of talent acquisition, you're in the right place. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you never miss an episode filled with insights, expert interviews, and actionable tips to transform your recruitment approach. Stay tuned for exclusive content designed to make your hiring process smarter, faster, and more effective.
Okay, so you're building this amazing SaaS company, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got the vision, the
Yeah.
drive.
Mm.
But when it comes to finding a CTO,
Oh, yeah.
that's where things get tricky.
Really tricky.
It's like you need someone who can code like a wizard, but also understands business.
Yeah, it's like finding a unicorn.
Exactly, a unicorn with a coding keyboard.
That's a good one.
So today,
Yeah,
we're going to help you decode those SaaS CTO resumes.
absolutely.
We're going to give you the tools to spot the real deal
That's right.
and avoid those tech posers.
We've got this awesome source all about what to look for.
Ooh, tell me more.
It's got the must-haves
Okay.
and even those sneaky red flags that most people miss.
So like secret decoder ring for CTO resumes.
Exactly.
I love it. So where do we even begin with this?
Well, first things first, right?
Mm-hmm.
The perfect SaaS CTO
Yeah.
isn't just some tech genius.
Right.
They're a hybrid.
Like a centaur?
Kinda, yeah, but more like a business tech centaur.
Okay, so they know the cloud and security and data,
All of that.
but they can also connect it back to making money.
Exactly.
So it's not just about building cool features.
Oh, no.
It's
Yeah.
about building features that make the company money
Exactly.
or keep customers happy.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's stuff that really matters.
It's all about the bottom line.
Okay, so how do we actually see that on a resume?
Right.
Because it's not like there's a line that says, understands customer lifetime value.
You're right. It's not that straightforward.
So how do we know?
You got to read between the lines.
Okay, I'm listening.
Look for those clues that show they've actually made a difference at their previous companies.
Give me an example.
Let's say they launched a product
Okay.
and user engagement went way up.
Ooh, that's good.
Or maybe they cut server costs by a ton, but uptime stayed the same.
So they're saving money and keeping things running smoothly.
Exactly.
That's the kind of CTO we want.
That's gold.
It's like they're fluent in 2 languages,
Ah,
tech and business,
and they can translate between the engineers and the sales team.
and everyone else.
Everyone.
So important.
Right. And speaking of languages,
Oh, yeah.
there's one that's on like every tech resume these days.
Let me guess.
Agile.
Agile.
No.
Of course, everyone claims to be agile.
Right.
But how do we know if they really get it?
Yeah, are they just name dropping or what?
Exactly.
Look for specifics. If they just write agile,
Yeah.
that's not enough.
Red flag.
Kinda, yeah. But if they say something like
Okay.
they use Jira to manage sprints
Uh-huh.
and cut development time,
Now that's impressive.
that's the good stuff.
So they're not just talking the talk.
They're walking the walk.
They're getting results.
Exactly.
And that goes for everything on the resume.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just take their word for it.
Yep, yeah.
Show me the proof.
The receipts.
So we've talked about balancing technical skills
Yeah.
with business smarts
Uh-huh.
and showing actual impact.
What else is there?
What else? What else?
This might seem obvious,
Hmm.
but experience specifically in SaaS.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
SaaS companies are different.
They have their own challenges.
Like recurring revenue,
Big one,
keeping customers happy,
customer retention,
data security.
all of that.
So a CTO who's been there before,
Huge advantage.
they've already navigated those SaaS waters.
Exactly.
They'll be ready to go.
From day one.
So for our listeners, building a SaaS company,
Yeah.
finding a CTO who's already been through the SaaS world,
It's like having a cheat code.
a cheat code. I love it. Okay, so we know what to look for.
Right.
Now hit me with the red flags.
Oh, the juicy stuff.
Yeah. What are the warning signs?
Okay, red flag number 1,
I'm ready.
lack of measurable impact.
So they list responsibilities,
Yeah.
but no real proof.
Exactly.
Like saying you're a chef,
Right.
but
Yeah.
never cooked a meal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all talk, no action. Give me the
That's
details.
red flag number 2.
Short tenures.
Ooh, job hopping.
Yeah, maybe they can't commit.
Or adapt,
Not a good sign for a leader.
especially in a fast-paced world like SaaS.
Exactly.
And last but not least,
Red flag number 3,
hit me.
too tech-focused.
Ah, they forget about the business side.
They're stuck in the matrix.
Like they're speaking a different language.
Right. They need to bridge those worlds.
Tech and business working together.
Harmony.
It's all about that balance.
Absolutely.
Wow, this is amazing. I feel like I can see through these resumes now.
X-ray vision.
Exactly. But before we go too far,
Yeah.
there's one big thing we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, yeah.
Personality.
The human element.
Because a SaaS company is all about people, right?
At the end of the day, it is.
So what kind of personality should we be looking for in a SaaS CTO?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is. Tell me everything.
We'll be right back with part 2 of our deep dive to tackle that very question.
Don't go anywhere. We're back and we're diving deeper into those SaaS CTO resumes.
We're going beyond the technical stuff.
Yeah, it's not just about coding skills anymore.
It's about the person behind the code.
The human element.
Exactly.
So what kind of personality are we looking for in a SaaS CTO?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Because you can't really capture personality on a resume.
It's not like a skill you can list.
Right. It's more about those intangible qualities.
So what are those qualities, those secret ingredients that make a great SaaS CTO?
One of the biggest ones is adaptability.
Adaptability.
Think about it. The tech world is constantly changing.
New frameworks, new languages, new everything.
Exactly. So a CTO needs to be comfortable with change.
Okay, so they can't be afraid to learn new things.
And they need to be able to pivot, change direction when things aren't working.
And even admit when they don't have all the answers.
That's a big one.
Because, let's be honest, nobody has all the answers in tech.
Especially in SaaS. It's all about iterating, experimenting.
So humility is important.
Hugely important.
They need to be open to learning from others.
From their team, from their mistakes, even from the market itself.
Okay, so adaptability is key. What else?
Communication is another big one.
Right, because they're the bridge between the tech team and everyone else.
Exactly. They have to explain complex stuff in a way that everyone understands.
From engineers to investors to customers.
And everyone needs to be on the same page.
So they need to be clear and concise.
But it goes beyond just explaining things.
Oh, tell me more.
It's also about listening.
Listening.
Really understanding different perspectives.
So it's not just about talking, it's about listening too.
Exactly. And then using that information to build consensus.
So they're bringing people together.
Creating a shared vision.
So it sounds like we're not looking for that stereotypical techie locked in their basement coding all day.
No. We need someone who's engaging, who can lead and inspire a
people person,
but also a problem solver, a strategist.
the best of both worlds.
Exactly. It's a rare combination, but it's out there.
Okay, so we know what to look for, but how do we actually assess these soft skills from a resume?
That's the tricky part, isn't it?
Because resumes are all about hard skills and accomplishments.
Right. So that's where the interview process comes in.
Ah, so we need to go beyond the paper.
Absolutely. The interview is your chance to really dig deeper.
So we can ask questions that reveal their personality, their leadership style.
Exactly. You can ask about how they've handled challenges in the past.
See how they think on their feet.
Right. And get a sense of their communication style.
So the resume is like the movie trailer?
And the interview is the full movie.
I love that analogy. Okay, so what should we be looking for during those interviews?
Pay attention to how they talk about their past experiences.
Okay.
Do they take all the credit, or do they highlight the contributions of their team?
So if they talk about we more than I.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
It shows they understand that building a successful SaaS product is a team effort.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
You can also ask about specific challenges they've faced.
And how they overcame them.
Exactly. Did they show flexibility? Did they learn from their mistakes?
So we're looking for that growth mindset.
Absolutely. You want someone who can adapt and evolve.
Someone who can navigate the ups and downs of the SaaS world.
Right, because it's not always smooth sailing.
So red flags. What are the personality traits that should make us run for the hills?
Arrogance is a big one.
So if someone thinks they know everything,
And they're not open to feedback.
that's a problem.
A big problem.
Because in SaaS, you need to be constantly learning and adapting.
Exactly. No one has all the answers.
Okay, what else?
An inability to take feedback constructively.
So if someone gets defensive or dismissive,
That's a red flag.
they need to be able to handle criticism.
And use it to improve.
And one last red flag.
Micromanaging.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
You want a CTO who can empower their team, delegate effectively.
Trust their people.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance between guidance and freedom.
Giving people the space to innovate and take ownership.
And when you find that CTO who can do all of that,
Who combines technical skills with leadership and a positive attitude.
you found a real gem.
A true unicorn.
Exactly.
Wow, this has been so insightful. I feel like I've learned so much about what it really takes to be a SaaS CTO.
It's more than just coding.
It's about leadership vision communication.
It's about building a team, a culture, a company.
But before we get too carried away, I'm thinking,
What's that?
is there anything we've missed?
Good question.
Is there another piece of this puzzle that we need to address?
Actually, there's one more element.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me. And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into those SaaS CTO resumes.
It's like we've given our listeners a master class.
I know, right? From tech skills to personality to leadership, it's a lot to take in.
Hopefully they're feeling more confident about finding the right CTO.
Absolutely. But before we wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure our listeners have some actionable advice.
Right, something they can use right away.
So, expert speaker, if you could give our listeners just one piece of advice,
Okay.
what would it be?
Be crystal clear about your needs and your company's values.
Sounds simple enough.
It is, but it's crucial.
So before you even look at a resume,
Yeah, before you get lost in the buzzwords and the jargon,
take a step back
breathe.
and really think about what you're looking for.
Define what success looks like for this role.
So what specific problems do you need the CTO to solve?
Exactly. What are the technical challenges?
And what kind of leader will thrive in your company?
Think about your culture,
Yeah.
your values.
Like, how important is data security to you?
Huge.
What kind of product do you want to build?
One that you're proud of.
Exactly. So it's like creating a blueprint
Mm-hmm.
before you even start building.
You need to know what you want.
Otherwise, you might end up with something you don't like.
A CTO who's not the right fit can be a disaster.
And it's easy to get caught up in those impressive resumes.
Yeah, all those fancy accomplishments.
But if they're not aligned with your goals,
It's not going to work.
so take your time
Do your research.
and don't be afraid to ask tough questions.
Get those receipts.
And remember, the resume is just the starting point.
It's like the tip of the iceberg.
There's so much more beneath the surface.
Talk to references.
Do background checks.
And most importantly, talk to the candidates.
Really get to know them.
See if they're a good fit for your company.
And for your team.
Because remember, it's a two-way street.
Right. It's not just about finding someone who meets your needs.
They need to be excited about your company
About your mission.
and about the opportunity to make a difference.
That's like a dance.
You need a partner who can keep up with you.
And who shares your passion.
When you find that CTO who's both technically skilled,
And a good cultural fit.
that's when the magic happens.
That's when you build something truly amazing.
So to our listeners out there who are starting their CTO search,
Yes.
I want to say this. Be clear about your needs.
Look beyond the resume.
Trust your instincts.
Yeah, don't settle.
Find that partner who will help you build the future of your company.
This has been an incredible deep dive expert speaker.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us.
Anytime.
And to our listeners, we hope you found this episode helpful.
Good luck with your search.
Until next time.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest episodes and exclusive content designed to enhance your recruitment strategies.